Today, we're going back to the 80s, the mid-80s, for video gamies, because we love them, and we love y'all, so come on.
Don't forget to go to naturalhabitatpodcast.com. Your mom does.
Yeah. Check a browser history. No, wait, maybe don't check a browser history. That might be a bad idea.
Don't check your text message either.
The Natural Habitat Podcast. The Natural Habitat Podcast. The Natural Habitat Podcast.
Sound speeds.
Did you see the latest Nintendo newsletter?
Whoa, nice graphics. I'd like to get my hands on that game.
You mean you haven't played it yet? We can play it on my Nintendo Entertainment System. It's The Legend of Zelda, and it's really rad. Those creatures from Ganon are pretty bad. Octoroks, Tektites, Levers, too. But with your help, our hero pulls through. Yeah, go Link, yeah, get Zelda. Awesome. Intense.
The Nintendo Entertainment System. Your parents help you hook it up.
Brought to you by the Natural Habitat Podcast.
You are goddamn right. What is up, everybody? Woo. Welcome to the Natural Habitat Podcast. My name is Mikey Booyah.
My name is,
And today is a special, special day. Myself and are here to go and travel back in time to the 80s. What are we doing today? 83 to 86?
Yeah, for real this time.
Yeah, for real this time. We got it set in. We had Todd. I forgot his name almost. We had Todd come in and program the machine for us. So
we got rid of Pat Sajak.
Yeah, no more. There's not going to be any more Pat Sajak mishaps happening. So, we are here again. We just to say hi. First we're gonna say hi, as we do in the beginning of every episode.
Hey.
Hello. Would you like to say hi to anybody, Joey?
I want to shout out to Deadmau5.
All right.
Shout out to Deadmau5. Keep roasting that Kanye.
Shout out to Deadmau5 5.
Deadmau5 head.
Mm-hmm. Deadmau5 head. So for people that don't know what's been going on in the Twitter sphere with the one and only Kanye West, he was recently doing a YouTube video where he was showing something and blah blah blah. I'm not sure what it was, but he had screen capture on his computer, and up in the corner was a little Pirate Bay link, and then a cracked version of Serum. Yeah, and a cracked version of Serum, which Kanye West can't afford because he's $53 million in debt.
Apparently.
So
allegedly. So
Deadmau5, a lot of people saw it and started talking about it, and Deadmau5 called him out on it and was like, "Hey man, you can't afford to buy Serum," and started was all like, "Let's all start a GoFundMe and fucking get him a Serum."
Yeah, fucking hilarious shit.
So we were talking about it. I'm gonna find
one of his fucking tweets. I want to read this shit.
All right. Some of Kanye's tweets? Yeah,
this is where his head's at. Like, listen to his logic. He says, I need you to perform at her party. Speaking about his daughter, right? He was like, he said that all this was funny, that this made his day, that Deadmau5 was talking shit to him. And he's like trying to say, oh, he's like Minnie Mouse. Is your wife going to be the Minnie Mouse? Saying his daughter likes Minnie Mouse. Will you perform at his daughter's birthday and whatever else? Uh-huh. And then this exact tweet says, I need you to perform at her party with specifically a Minnie Mouse head. Deadmau5 head. Not a Mickey Mouse head. Deadmau5 head.
And then he was like, don't just take a bow and put it on the regular head. I'll know the difference.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Like
I'm very detailed oriented.
Yeah.
And I will know the difference. So don't just try to throw a bow on the original head.
And like I was saying, I think that there's a part of Kanye that thinks that Deadmau5 is actually going to do this. That Deadmau5 will consider this and be like, oh, okay, but it's Kanye West, so I'm going to go do it. Because he doesn't know who deadmau5 is. Or, I'm sure he does, and fucking he thinks that he is 1,000 times better.
Well, I got news for anybody. deadmau5 is the better producer out of the two, by far, by leaps and bounds, because Kanye's not a real producer. People like to say he is, but he isn't. If you pay attention over the years, like I have, you could see that he is not a producer. He's a director. That's all he is. He is like a matchmaker. He has people do everything for him. He just points and clicks and says, oh, can you make this? Could you do this? Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? All he does is sample. That's all he knows how to do. He's a fucking old hip hop producer. He doesn't know how to do synth or make anything good. He fucking samples shit, and then he has other people make synth for him. He's like the fucking DJ Mustard of hip hop. You know what I mean? Like he's crap. He's fucking garbage. And deadmau5 is an actual producer, a composer. He could fucking make shit from scratch.
Kanye's newest endeavor that he will be getting into later on today is getting sued. By
Serum.
Yeah, by Serum.
For sure. I can't wait to see that. So
yeah, it's gonna be good. But until that happens, why don't we take a little trip to a time that is better. A time that's better when there's no Kanye and, these internet rivalries and, the politics and the presidential race and all of this bullshit and people being beheaded and police brutality. None of that was, hot buttons and issues back in the simpler time of the mid 80s. I mean,
it was just a crack epidemic.
Yeah, they had their own problems. You know what I mean? Crack and AIDS and shit. And we were too young to worry about that. So, we
were playing video games.
Yeah. We were, you were 1 year old. I was, -1. I was just a little baby in the womb. So we hadn't touched crack yet.
Yep.
Yeah. I don't know about you. Maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah. I know that as soon as I came out the womb, I was twirling a cane and, I had like a really cool hat. Not like a fedora, but almost like that kind of style of hat. And, it was bright red. And I was like, where's all the crack at? And I was instantly a crack baby.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. But in the womb, I was safe.
Let's smoke one to that, crack baby.
Let's smoke one to that. Let's see. Let's go back and then we'll smoke. We'll smoke in a simpler time.
All right, let's do it. I love it.
Let's hop in this time machine. All right, so Todd got this all set up. I'm just going to double check it. All right, everything looks good.
Pat Sajak.
What?
No, I think it's all right. It's supposed to say Pat Sajak. All right. We have to open the door now and find out what happened. That's really the only way.
All right. On the count of 3. 1,
2,
3.
Okay, I think we made it.
Smells like baby laxatives. Yeah, cocaine.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we made it.
We made it. We're in the 80s.
Yep.
Whew, that was a close one, man. You never know what's going to happen around here.
That was a close one.
It's scary, man. Our time machine used to work. I know that our last one would bring us to where we wanted to go every time. But now that we got this new one. It's
like computer programs, when they have a fucking update and then they just don't work like they're supposed to.
Yep.
Afterwards, goddamn. That's what happens to the time machine.
That's what happened. I'm fucking tired of it.
Yep.
I'm tired of it. And you know what? I'm immediately not upset anymore. I'm going to let it slide. I don't know why.
Well, good job. Let's smoke one of that.
All right. I have this song queued up. And what it is a evolution of the Super Mario Brothers theme song. So it starts with, the very first Super Mario Brothers ever, which came out in 1986, I believe, or 85.
5, I think.
Yeah, 1985. And then it ends with the most recent Super Mario, I want to say it was Super Mario Builder or some shit like that. Some sort of weird bootleg for the Wii.
I don't
know. But this goes through the whole process from first to most recent and it's pretty dope to see all the changes of it. So everybody out there, light your fucking flick your bics, snap your pics, and hashtag them NHP Smoke Sesh. Light your bowls, heat up your nails, and feel free to smoke along with us.
Okay. Come on.
And back to the beginning.
Well, I gotta say that's quite the evolution of a theme song, and I think that the original was the best one
Yeah, I agree. You
out of
can't,
all of them. I mean, like I liked like the '64 one; it sounded very Jamaican man, and then the next one sounded like Bahamas, and then the other one sounded like they had some steel drum, very islandy man. But you know, I think out of all of them, the original still sounds the best. I don't know what it is. It's just cleaner. It feels better. I don't know.
It has that weird little like kind of thing going on that a lot of them don't have throughout it.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, they fucking it's a classic theme. They didn't fuck with it except for one. At the end, it got a little weird.
Out of
But,
all the Mario themes on the original, what one was your best? Like, what your favorite? Like the lava
Oh no,
beat,
that's
or
easy.
the underwater beat, or the fucking normal beat?
That's
or like
easy. Easy. That would be World 1, Level 2. And it's boo-doo, boo-doo, boo-doo,
Yeah.
boo-doo, boo-doo, boo-doo. And it goes all like doodle-doo, dum, 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 doodle-doo, dum, 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 dum. I fucking
Yeah.
love that shit. And I'm going to mix it into a beat at some point.
Nice.
But, you know, that's neither here nor there. Actually, I guess it's kind of
Everywhere.
the topic again. It's kind of everywhere. This was a great and amazing time in video games. Like, shit was changing. If you look just from 1983, you have, you know, a lot of Atari releases, a lot of arcade releases.
Yeah, I agree.
Kind of like, you know, you get your Dragon's Lair, you got a Star Wars arcade game that came out, Donkey Kong 3, some are like Atari classics and shit. But once you move on into the years, I mean, 1984 was Tetris, and that was a huge game. You know, that was a huge staple in gaming. Paperboy, Duck Hunt, and then Super Mario Brothers in 85.
Yeah, and in those early years like that, there was also like a surprising amount of franchise games.
Yeah.
Like there was a bunch of different Star Wars ones. And there was a bunch of different other ones too, you know, that of like the same genre. So it was like kind of weird. It was, I didn't realize it, that video games were a lot bigger than we thought back then.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it was a big deal on the low, you know, and the people who were in the scene like knew it was a big deal and
Yeah.
were smart, you know?
And then this company that made Super Mario Brothers, like the gaming like production company, they made a lot of other games around the same time. Like I'm looking through, if you just Google video games from 1985, it'll give you this little list up at the top with all the pictures of them. And, you know, there was Balloon Fight, there's Super Mario Brothers, there's Ice Climber, there's Stack Up, Wrecking Crew, and they all have the same cover. Like, it's all the same cover with the slanted title with a guy that looks like an Italian plumber. And Gyromite is another one. And they all have the same style of cover, like if you look it up. And it's almost like they just put all these games out at the same time. And Super Mario Brothers was the one that everybody grabbed onto.
Gumshoe was another one.
Yeah, you see all these covers? They're like exactly the same.
Yeah.
So it's almost like they just spitballed all these ideas and then one of them ended up working.
Yeah, that's good.
That's dope.
I mean, like, yeah, Duck Hunt was another one.
Yeah, and I found out that Duck Hunt actually was the original in-case game, like, or a pack-in game is what they called it. When you buy a Nintendo Entertainment System or any sort of entertainment system, you get a game with it. And people think that, you know, you get Super Mario Brothers with Duck Hunt on the side, and it's like a game that's attached to it and on the same cartridge, but it originally came with Duck Hunt when the NES dropped in 1985. So more consoles had Duck Hunt than consoles that had Super Mario Brothers. We just got the Super Mario Brothers ones because we were younger.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that was actually the first game, and it was an arcade game that they had in Japan that was like, you would put the console in your room, you had a light rifle, and you would turn off all the lights, and it would project birds on the wall. And they turned that into a video game, and it's just been iconic as fuck ever since.
Yeah, it's dope. It's super, super good game. I remember playing that for hours and hours as a kid. Same with Super Mario.
Yeah, fucking. You can beat Super Mario in 5 minutes, or you can play it for 6 months and never make it to the end of the game, which is strange. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah, those time warp portals, they'll get you. And I mean, I know that we've talked about this before, but for people that didn't catch the last video games episodes that we did, Super Mario Brothers, when you want to warp and use the tunnels to go to like future worlds, you have to go to the end of level 2, right? The underground level, and you got to go up behind the fucking tunnel and go to the shit. So no matter what, you always have to play the first level. And the creator of the game, or one of the guys that was on the team, would play the game all the time, and he would always get through the first level and not worry about killing people or collecting shit. And then it turned into like a time trial. Him and his friends would see who could beat the first level in the lowest time. And that little game that they would play with level 1 spawned Sonic the Hedgehog. And the whole theme of Sonic the Hedgehog of trying to beat the level as fast as you can.
Yep, that's awesome.
Yeah. So it's cool that there was this whole like Japanese like culture, and all these people were intertwined with each other, and we don't really know anything about it. We just got, you know, the outcome of it, which was these amazing games from our childhoods.
Yeah, I think that also like people just like intend to do more with things a lot. You know what I mean? Like you play the game and you play by the game's rules. It's only fun for so long, but when you try to add other things into games, you know what I mean? It always gives it like a little twist. I remember playing some games on PlayStation growing up where we would play each other with only one hand on the controller. You know what I mean? And that type of thing would just add another element, you know what I mean? A new fun element to the game, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, just like a handicap or something, you know? So them having to race the character is awesome. It's just another thing that they came up with on their own to play it. So it's pretty neat. I think that people are just really creative in general and like come up with cool stuff like that. You know, we've been talking about that the last couple episodes, and I think that these people are really smart, and it gives me like more ideas and things to do. You know, it's like you ever play a lot of drinking games?
Yeah, a little bit here and there.
You ever play Shark Week?
No.
So during Shark Week, there's a bunch of rules that you can look up to play, and there's like so many that you couldn't even play a game without being fucking ridiculously hammered. One game would fuck you up, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like we just pick rules that we like just one or two rules that we like, and then we use those, you know? And the one that we ended up liking the most was the mustache one, where fucking you sit around and you watch the game or whatever show on Shark Week. You just watch a show, and then like every time they mention certain things, you have to drink, or every time they their face lines up with the mustache that you place on the screen, then you have to drink. So like you just like you take turns, and everybody switches during each commercial. It's somebody else's turn. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so like during your little 5-minute break or whatever it is, you have to just go place a mustache on the screen, and then if somebody's face, a person or animal or anything, if somebody's face lines up with the mustache, everybody has to drink.
That's dope.
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah, that sounds fun.
Yeah, so I mean, like just adding things to things, you know what I mean? Just creates these new elements that it just accelerate the drive for more, you know?
Yeah. It like makes it a whole nother thing and spawns creativity, you know?
Yeah.
Because you're not
Awesome.
just fucking doing the same thing over and over again.
Yeah.
And another thing about Duck Hunt, while we're on that, first of all, the Japanese gun is super dope. The Japanese gun is like a black revolver, and it looks all Western and shit. And
We got some crazy ray gun looking thing.
yeah, we get some future space gun.
Yeah, that was cool though.
But the way that the game works, I mean, you get it as an adult, but as a kid, it kind of goes past you. But when you click the gun, the whole screen goes black except for just the bird. The birds are white, and the gun has a light sensor in it, so you're actually picking up the light. So if the sensor goes over the white bird, then it'll count as a shot. And like, it used to be a thing when you were a kid and you were trying to like get the high score, you would get close to the screen and put the gun up like right up against the screen and like follow the birds and fucking hit it. But you would still miss a lot that way because it has a smaller range for the light to pick up. You know what I mean? It's closer, so there's less screen that it's capturing. And that's why your big brother could sit on the couch and not even aim and shoot every single bird, because he had a wider range. You know, if you're far away from the screen, then you're pretty much just have to point it at the screen and you're going to get the light. So I remember my cousins used to do that shit, and they would just sit back and fucking like cover their eyes and do like behind their back. And then I wouldn't even be able to get close to their score. And it's because they were far away and I was trying to get close so I could like, you know, shoot the birds. And it's like a little trick that they play.
That's funny.
So the farther away you are, the doper you are. And that's how you do trick shots and impress the girls.
Nice. Now you know.
Yep. If you don't know, now you know.
Motherfucker.
And there's also a version of Duck Hunt where you can shoot the dog.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. There's everybody hates that snickering dog that just fucking laughs at you. And you know, we don't condone animal abuse at any form here at the Natural Habitat Podcast, but fuck that dog and shoot it right in its face. Old Yeller style.
Yeah.
So there's a version of it's like an arcade version where you go into a bonus round and you can shoot the dog, but if you shoot the dog, you automatically lose. All your shit's taken away. Game over.
Nice.
So that's like real life, I guess. If you shoot a dog and it's not sick, game over, man.
Yep.
Yep.
You're in trouble.
Mm-hmm. So I think that another game that I remember playing from this era a lot, besides, you know, your stereotypical Super Mario Brothers, and also in '96, The Legend of Zelda came out, Castlevania came out, Bubble Bobble, which is an addicting fucking go nowhere game. And, you know, shit started getting crazy in '86. But one of the standouts for me, I think, was Tetris. I mean, I had a Game Boy, and I got down on Tetris like crazy. And it would just be like a time consumer. You know what I mean?
Did you know that according to the Super Mario Bros. Instruction book, It says, when the Koopas first invaded the Mushroom Kingdom, they turned its people into blocks.
Yeah. And that's why you got to go around breaking all the blocks.
Nice.
And then you turn them into coins. People don't come out of the boxes all the time. The story gets a little skewed.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's fucking Mario has a crazy ass backstory. Mario. That's his name for people that don't know. Mario.
Yeah.
I found that out when I was way too high.
Yeah, that's such a funny one. I think a lot of people don't get that.
So, I think that we spent enough time talking about these games, and I think that we should spend some time listening to these theme songs. And
Let's do it.
a little thing that we call Guess That Theme Song.
Boom.
Full House, Seinfeld, Blossom Wings, Hey Dude, Twin Peaks, Dawson's Creek. Wait, was that sequence DSV or was it P&P? Complete the theme.
It's time to play Guess That Theme Song.
Cheers!
But first we'll play Guess That Theme Song.
Sit back.
And when you play Guess That Theme Song, your
Step by
TV theme
step.
song game SP100. What you
American Gladiators.
Yeah, it's everybody's favorite time, my favorite time for Guess That Theme Song. And we have a special guest in the house.
What?
Mm-hmm. Who do we got over here, Joey?
We got my brother.
Yo.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, we're ready, man.
Keeping keeping it in the family, giving him the first chance to win the $50,000.
Yeah.
All right.
I need that money, son.
Got to get that money.
All right.
Yeah.
So this is how the game goes. We'll take turns playing your theme songs, and you will try to guess. He can't see your screen, can he?
No.
Okay, cool. And you will try to guess what theme song we are playing, what game it's from. We're doing video games from 83 to 86.
So what we do is we each guess like normally, and we'll do that, but we're going to give you first crack at each theme song.
Okay.
You know what I mean? That
Gotcha.
way, that's the way it's going to work since you're the guest.
And if you somehow pull through and get every single theme song correct, then you have the chance of potentially gaining $50,000 after you get them all right. I did not specify where you're going to get it from. I just want to point that out. Our lawyer said that we have to say we're not specifying where the money's coming from. But
At some point in time, from the universe, you will receive your $50,000.
Well, I'm gonna be sleeping on your front porch till I get my money.
All right. Well, that's if you guess them all. So we'll see how you do.
All right.
All right. Why don't you hit him first?
Rochambeau.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Rock, paper, scissors. All right. Here we go. I'm gonna hit him with an easy one. Let's see if you can guess this.
I know it.
So disappointed in myself.
All right.
All right. You got first crack, bro. I know it.
Utter disappointment. I have no idea.
Well, throw a guess. Just take one wild guess.
Sounds like all the 80s.
It does. It really does. And that's what's cool about
It's
it.
made with the same instruments, all of
Yeah.
these songs.
Donkey Kong.
No.
What do you think, Joey?
It is Tetris.
That is indeed Tetris.
It is Tetris.
Yeah, that's why we love the game, bro. Like, it's so hard. You know what I mean? Like, all the games could sound so familiar. They're all from the same era. That's why we like doing this, because it is a test of your knowledge or fandom. You know what I mean? I mean, like, if you were really a video gamer or had the love or appreciation for that shit, you would have known all these shits. And And you do, you know what I mean? And that's why, like, I think everybody does at some level deep down inside.
But it's hard to hold them all in your head. And then once you hear what it is, you're like, fuck, that's right. That was Tetris.
Yeah,
God damn it.
Yeah.
I do it all the time listening to you guys, man.
Even at the time, right? Like, when you first hear them, the theme songs don't feel relevant. It doesn't seem like that big a deal. You don't realize you're being programmed by the sound and shit, you know what I mean? And then later on, you just like constantly have that thing sitting there, just waiting to be heard again. All right, I got one. I'm going to go with a fairly easy one. All right, what is it? You gotta know it.
It's gotta be some Star Wars.
Yeah.
That's the Star Wars arcade game.
Yeah. All right.
Hell yeah.
1983 Star Wars game.
83.
Atari, actually.
Before birth. 3 years BC.
Yeah.
All right. Here's one that you guys should recognize right off the bat.
You got it.
All right.
Duck Hunt.
Duck Hunt. That's right. You goddamn right. Wait, hold on. That might not be right. Joey, what do you think it is?
I think it's Contra.
Nope. It's not Contra. It's Duck Hunt.
Oh, man.
Ding, ding, ding.
Yeah, that damn dog again.
All right.
All right, let's see.
Well, that's 2. You're 2 for 3. That's not bad.
Let's see what we got here.
You're already doing better than we do most of the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm writing down my scores, though. I know how you guys keep score. I
Well,
ain't playing that.
yeah, good point. Hey, I think that you just got lucky today because we caught golden years, right? We're in a trap period between 1983 and 1986.
Shit really blew up right here.
Yeah, those were the fucking golden years
Big
of
games
the
right
consoles.
there.
Yeah, especially 85 and 86. That was like Super Mario Brothers, Legend of
85
Zelda.
was so big that it's not even on Google. You have to go to Wikipedia.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. What do you got?
Here we go.
Hit me. Fuck you.
Okay.
Fuck. Well, it's not my first guess anyway.
No, you
So
go
you-
for it, Mikey. I got the last one.
Oh no, you get the first guess, man. You're the guest. You're our first guest on the Guess That theme song.
Okay, well then I cannot confirm or deny until you guess too.
Yeah.
So what's your guess?
I don't know. That sounded like some James Bond stuff right there.
It kind of
what's your
did.
guess?
Kind of did sound like some James Bond shit. I'm gonna say that was Mission Impossible.
James Bond.
James Bond.
Bam!
Damn, that was good, man.
Yeah, good job.
I didn't
Good
even
job.
realize there was a James Bond game, but it sounded like it.
Me neither. But yeah, that was the fucking James Bond.
It was
music.
a Atari 800, James Bond 007, 1983.
Ooh, I bet that game was stupid as fuck. Nothing beats the 64 version.
All right, what you got? Yeah,
Yeah,
honestly,
that's
yeah.
the first shooter right there, man.
Yeah.
That's what started it all.
Yep. And fucking, you could still sit around and play fucking. You could just
I'd be-
get deep into GoldenEye.
Yeah, I'd be
Yeah.
running around an odd job. They'd be shooting over my head, can't kill me, just
Yep.
tearing people up.
Playing with that golden gun.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
All right, that's just gonna keep going forever. So
I know, and that sounds so fucking familiar.
I know you've heard it.
I've got no. I don't even have a guess on that one.
What about you?
I know, dude. It's like fucking, I don't know. It's like Ghostbusters or something. It's not Ghostbusters, but.
Here, I'll give you guys a hint. It was a handheld device.
Paperboy?
Fuck yeah, Paperboy.
Hell yeah.
That's crazy.
Hell yeah.
Yep.
Fucker.
Paperboy was a shit. I don't know how many
Right
hours.
there, man.
I don't know how many hours of my childhood I just fucking played Paperboy.
All right. I got one.
All right.
Man.
Any guesses?
I'm gonna go with Street Fighter. That ain't right, but I'm throwing something out there.
Mikey?
Yeah, I'm gonna do the same thing and just throw something out, and I'm gonna say Bomberman.
2 negatories.
Damn.
That is Castlevania.
Motherfucking Vania.
Yeah, man.
I knew I heard that somewhere. Let me remove that from my queue.
Yeah, man.
All right, let's see what you got on this.
All right. I don't know. Is that some type of Donkey Kong?
We need to make a track out of that, whatever it is.
Right?
Don't answer. Give him a chance to guess. I guess it's like a Donkey Kong, early Donkey Kong or something like that. There was a lot of those in the 80s.
Give me 5 more seconds of it.
Another one of those songs that just played in your subconscious for hours as you sat at the pizzeria and just dumped quarters into the machine.
I don't know. Double Dragon. That ain't it.
Joey knows. Joey knows what it is. It's Rampage.
Yeah, that sounds good. Yeah.
Yeah, when you're climbing up on the buildings and fucking shit up.
All right.
Well, with the little, like the Godzilla guys?
Yeah, there's like Godzilla and like King Kong and shit.
Yeah. I got you.
Yep.
All right.
All right, Joey, what do you got? Whoa. Started sounding familiar.
Yeah, sounds like some Mario shit after you conquered a world or something. But that's too late.
Yeah. I don't know, but we need to take the beginning of that and the theme for Rampage and like smash them together.
Yeah.
All right, no guesses?
I'm gonna guess that is Elite.
You?
Nope.
It is Metroid.
Metroid.
I have no idea what the hell that is.
All right. I got an easy one and I got a not so easy one.
All right. I got 2 not so easy ones that should be easy, but they fucked it up.
All right. Well, I'm gonna give you this easy one first.
Zelda, baby.
Mm-hmm. That was some confidence. You didn't know, Joey?
No, I was gonna say
Star Fox? I think that was a little later.
I got to the wizard on Link to the Past twice. My little brother reset my shit both times.
Oh.
Never touched the game again.
That motherfucker. Let's get off it. All right.
So funny.
The land of Hyrule is a touchy place.
That's so funny. Okay, so let's see if you can guess this. You probably can't.
I bet I can.
Okay.
What the fuck?
Okay.
I have no idea what the fuck that is at all.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun.
And there's a reason why you don't know what it is.
Because they fucking made it all weird or what? What happened?
No, because they are retarded. And they fucking put a theme song on something that shouldn't have been there. It's fucking Back to the Future.
What?
Yes. Thank you. See? It's Back to the Future for Nintendo.
That is fucking weird. Why
Yeah,
wouldn't they
what
just do a Back to the
in the
Future
fuck?
theme song?
Right? What were they
makes
thinking?
no sense at all. That doesn't even fit with the movie.
That ain't no fucking Back to the Future. I don't know what you're talking about.
Nope.
You know?
That's
so
why
stupid.
That's why none of us played that game.
Yeah, for sure.
Because they couldn't even get the rights to the real music.
Yeah, so funny. Hey, Universal owns the game. It says right on the fucking game, Universal Studios.
Whoa. Well, what the fuck are they thinking?
They're retarded.
Yeah. Well, what are you going to do?
It was the 80s.
All right. I got one last one for you. Well, any guesses?
I'm gonna say gunship.
What do you think, Joey? You got any guesses?
No.
That is Marble Madness.
Horrible, man. Oh, dang it. I almost had it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
That's a tough one.
Yeah, that was a hard.
Son of a
that shit's
bitch.
hardcore, man. Some of these like should have been familiar. Like that Back to the Future one should have been. This next one should be familiar.
And it's not going to be.
Yeah.
This is how we ensure that nobody wins the $50,000. We just play this Back to the Future theme
Nobody
song.
will ever win unless they're a super nerd and played every single one ever. What's the guy's name? The fucking Donkey Kong guy.
I don't know. What? The guy that like has the high score and shit.
Yeah.
With the goofy ass haircut.
Yeah.
I don't remember. All right, I know what this is.
His feelings just crushed. You seen it right there in his face. He was so confident, and then he just lost it all. Oh man, that was funny. What's it gonna be? What the hook gonna be?
That sounded like fucking R2D2 soon. Well, I don't know. What do you think?
Hey, lick it. I'm gonna give you a hint. It's in the realm of Star Wars.
Oh, that's easy then. I know what it is. It's acrobatic dogfight, which is a real game. Look it up.
All right. Nope.
Metroid.
We already guessed that one. It wasn't it? You want to take another guess?
And that's not in the Star Wars universe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I can't think of any like what. All right, what is it?
Indiana Jones.
Indiana Jones. That's not in the Star Wars
Yeah,
universe.
what the fuck are you talking about?
What do you mean?
That's in the Indiana Jones universe. You can't be Han Solo and Indy at the same time
Listen here.
in one universe.
It's John Williams.
Listen here.
I'm thinking space, all right? I'm not thinking Indiana Jones in ancient times.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. A galaxy far, far away? A time?
It was a long time ago, I
In the
guess.
past?
I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. The same theme song guy maker?
Okay. Well, I guess there's some sort of like view-esque universe that it's a part of.
Yeah.
That counts. Well,
All right. I got one more for you guys. Let's see if you get this one.
all right. Didn't we already do this?
What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
I know what it is.
You know what it is?
No, I don't.
I do. That's Legend of Zelda, man.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you guessed it right the first time.
It was the same song?
Yeah, but this was just the intro.
And it's just because it's the opening and it's kind of weird. And then it breaks into the dun dun.
Gotcha. All right.
Yep. Well, what are you going to do? I guess smoke one to the Zelda theme.
See, they're all like, they're all tricky. They all do that.
Well, that was a good round, man. I'm sorry that you didn't win and get the $50,000. You're no Billy Mitchell. That's the guy that I couldn't
Yeah, that's
think
the
of
guy,
earlier.
Billy Mitchell. Yeah,
But
this is just Mitchell without the Billy.
yeah, maybe you could work on a name change or something.
Hey, but you know what? You got a lot right.
Yeah, you did really good, man. You definitely
got
held
like
your
4
own.
or 5 right or something.
I was like 50%, man.
Yeah. We do really bad all the time, you know.
Yeah.
So it's like for you to be our first guest contestant on the show and to do this good, it was good. It was a great start. So
I want redemption with something after I was born next time, all right?
Yeah, we can do that for sure.
I need some 90s stuff going on.
Yeah,
All
but
right,
currently
maybe we'll do that when we get to like 1990 or something. Maybe we'll fucking have you back for that one.
But currently, you right now hold the world title for Guess That theme song. You're the champion. You've gotten the most right out of, it's just you. You're the only one on the list so far.
Yes.
That's why you're in first place. But you still got the title. You know what I mean?
Still at the top, baby.
Yeah.
Taking home the belt.
We have a belt.
He's the fastest guest star in a reasonably priced car.
Yes.
Yes.
Of the world.
Mm-hmm. All right, man. Well, thank you for joining us, and congratulations on the title. We'll be sending you the belt as soon as it's done with production.
Thank you, gentlemen.
All right. Peace. Well, that was pretty good. I feel like he did great. He did a lot better than we do.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And fucking who knew, right?
Yep.
Who knew?
So
having guests to come play a guest that theme song because it's
gonna
going to
be
really shake things up. You know what I mean? Like depending on what you were into is going to determine how good you fare. You know what I mean? And like whether we're talking about movies or TV or games, you know, you're going to have to have been in one of them. And if you're anything like us, I guarantee you'll have some amount of fanboy in there, you know, some type of fandom going on, and it's really fun.
And I'm starting to realize that it's going to be really tough for people to win that $50,000. It's going to be tough to get every single one. You know what I mean?
It's never going to happen I don't think it'll ever happen because we never make them all easy. You know, we always pick a couple easy ones and a couple hard ones. So.
But at the moment, Mitch is the title holder, world record, world champion. That's what I meant, not world record.
Yeah.
World record would be all of them. We'll get Guinness out once somebody gets every single theme song correct. But until then, he holds the world title for Guess That Theme Song champion. So congratulations. And
see if you have what it takes.
Yeah,
hit us up.
If you think you can guess more than him.
We're gonna be doing this every week? Try to do it every week or
yeah. I mean if we got people that want to be on it, we can get someone on every week.
All right, well.
Yeah.
Let's step your game up, people. Let us know.
Yep. So I was reading stuff about Tetris, and the creator made this game back in '84 and didn't see any money for it until like the mid to late '90s.
Damn.
Because that's when it really like started picking up, and he made it as, you know, kind of just like he made it to. He says to make computers less intimidating and to teach people that computers can have other uses than just, you know, people that like know how to use them. You could also go in them and play games and have fun, and you could just use the arrow buttons and the space bar and anybody could do it. You know what I mean? But one thing that was found out about Tetris in 1992, they did a study at Oxford that said that the game reduces adult amblyopia, which is a lazy eye. So if you got a lazy eye and a wonk eye that goes off to the right and you fucking play Tetris, they had like some sort of regimen that they had people playing it on. It literally cures your lazy eye and straightens that shit out.
That's dope.
Yeah, that's crazy. So it's something about like scanning the screen and like focusing and up and down. It like realigns your eyeballs.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So
it has the opposite effect on some people. and causes seizures and shit.
Gets you all wonk-eyed.
Well, no, it doesn't like give you that, but I mean like it has the opposite effect, you know what I mean? Like it causes you to like go into seizure from whatever.
Yeah.
Reactions from your eyes or whatever.
It could also be that theme song because it's a little creepy. I also I read that the theme song is more than 100 years old.
What?
Yeah, that it's a classic. The music that plays during the game is a remake of Korobenyaki, a 19th century Russian folk song.
Let's find it.
All right, cool. Yeah, because it's supposed to be a remake of that, and it's because the creator was some Russian dude.
How do you spell it?
Here, I'm looking it up on YouTube right now. Let me find this shit.
Nice.
Boop. All right. Little Google for this. Original Tetris theme. No, that's not it. That's not it. I almost just played a damn YouTube ad. All right, I found it. This is the original 100-year-old Tetris theme song by Sergei Orkov. So let's see. Let's see how similar this is to the Tetris theme song. You know what? First, I'm going to play the Tetris theme song just for a second to refresh everybody's memory. Hopefully it doesn't play an ad. All right, so everybody remembers that good old Tetris theme song. Here is the original 100-year-old plus version. Man, that's such a trip.
Dude,
it is.
That shit is a hit. I love that shit.
Yep.
And it would be so cool to see somebody. If that's 100 years old, we could sample that motherfucker right now and make a beat out of it.
Right? We should.
Yeah. I'm going to have, something's going to happen with that.
Mm-hmm. Another thing,
sure.
Another dope thing about Tetris is that it could be used as a dietary supplement. If you are on a diet and you're hungry and you play Tetris for 3 minutes, it reduces your cravings by 70%. And you don't want to eat anymore. So he actually fucking did a whole bunch of shit with this little tiny game. He got people into computers. He fucking cured lazy eyes, got people skinny. He made a bunch of fat, lazy-eyed fucks more attractive. And, everybody that you see in Hollywood and on movies right now all played Tetris when they grew up.
Yep.
You can trace them all back to that Oxford study.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Supposedly.
So in 86, The Legend of Zelda dropped, which is one of the hugest releases from NES. We can't even really get into it. I mean, we'd probably have to do a whole fucking episode on Zelda just because of how deep that shit gets.
Mm-hmm.
But the first game that came out, A Link to the Past, was actually the last game in the collection of games. They did like some sort of Star Wars thing where they did the last one first.
Nice.
And the original prototype NES cartridge, because people think, when you think of A Link to the Past, you think of the gold, Super Nintendo cartridge or the gold NES one, how it was all shiny and shit. But they had a yellow prototype cartridge that they only made so many copies of, and that was recently sold on eBay for $150,000. Yeah, so somebody's got that fucking pale yellow piss-colored cartridge.
Yeah, if you got it and you don't realize how much it's worth, better go cash it in.
Yep, or just mail it to us.
Yeah, and we'll play the shit out of it.
Just forget what we just said and mail it to us.
Or cash it in and then donate something to us.
Yeah, that'd be cool too.
Yeah, we're cool with that.
Whatever. Whatever. Yeah, I found out one last dope thing about the creator of Zelda was that he grew up in a small town in Japan somewhere, and his family was poor. He didn't have toys or a TV or anything like that. So he spent a lot of his time just walking around in the countryside, which is, what Link does in a lot of the Zelda games. And one day he found like a cave, like a hole in the ground, and he crawled down into it and found a whole cave system that was running underneath the field, and explored that shit as a kid, and his parents just let him run off and do whatever he wanted. So because of him having that explorative childhood, it filled his mind with all these ideas. And then when he became a game designer, he pulled straight from his childhood and kind of made that the land of Hyrule. And, it might not have been created, or definitely wouldn't have been what it was if
what did
he had
Link
some
wear?
Different life. You know what I mean? He wore some green shit.
Yeah.
And some elf boots.
Yeah. And it looked like Peter Pan, right?
Yeah. He was based off of Peter Pan, and Zelda was based off of someone too.
That's cool. I guess, what's his name? Miyamoto was like a big Disney fan.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Who isn't, though? I'm a Disney fan. Star Wars, man.
I hate Disney. No, I just say that. Star Wars. The new Star Wars was dope.
Everything they do is dope. All of our favorite movies are Disney almost, fucking.
Yep. Hey, and not kind of connected, but we were talking about it before. Nickelodeon is doing a TV movie of Legends of the Hidden Temple.
Yeah, that's gonna be super dope.
Yeah, I'm fucking geeked for that. That is the only reason why I want to go back to the present right now.
Yes, we can find out more about that.
Yeah, we can see if that's premiered yet. We should probably shoot a couple weeks in the future. No. Let's just go back to regular time because then I'm gonna like miss payments and shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, like, where were you for the last 2 weeks?
It's untested, anyways. I'm not sure about going into it.
If we were to shoot 2 weeks into the future, like, would our bodies be? We would be gone, or would we be here just with like a community college kid face, like staring off into the distance, all like, oh.
We should probably like, send Jerry first or something. You know?
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
All right, we'll take care of that.
Because then if
later.
something happens, you know what I mean? Like it's on him instead. Because we're the host, man. We gotta take care of ourselves.
Yep, that's a good idea, man. Good thinking. All right, let's put this in 2000. Oh, I almost put 2015, 2016. It's weird. You still have to remember, even after 3 months.
Yep.
Pat Sajak.
Sweet.
This time machine is running rough.
Yeah.
You hear that thing at the end?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like puttering, sputtering out.
Yeah.
We got to get it looked at.
Oh, wow.
I don't know, man. This is a fucking janky operation we got going on. We used to, I think we just need to get the old time machine back. We need to talk to them about that because I could just not bring donuts. That's not a problem.
Yeah.
That's well, I mean, if we could get Wi-Fi in the old one, we didn't have Wi-Fi.
Yeah. Rod and Todd, get on it, dudes.
Is that a song? That sounded like a song.
Nope.
Nope. Sounded like an old country song. Rod and Todd.
Motherfucker.
Get on it, dudes. Thank you for joining us. That was a short episode of Mikey and Joey both think out loud.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining us for that. And thank you for tuning into the Natural Habitat Podcast. We love you. We'll see you next time.
Adios.
The Natural Habitat Podcast.